Verse 2 is key in understanding the setup of Genesis 1 and what it's talking about. So here we have the earth is without form and void. That would be shapeless and empty. And what that means is it was without mass and without form, volume, no shape, no volume, and empty, no mass. And what is this? This is the deep. So the deep comes out of nowhere. It's seemingly like, what is the deep? The deep is the formless void. And darkness is on the face of the deep. What is the darkness? The darkness is the opposite of light. What is light? Light is an outward force. Everything goes away in all directions. Star, bright, light goes everywhere. The opposite of that is things going inward. The darkness is gravity, in part. I think it's three things, but gravity's one of them. The Spirit moved on the face of the waters. What are the waters? The waters are the deep, and the deep is the shapeless emptiness. That is the singularity, which would be a void, like a black hole. This is all describing a black hole. What is inside a black hole? Whatever this is. What is the deep? It's an immeasurable space. Is it immeasurable because it's too big or too small or whatever? It's just not measurable. That's what the deep is. The Tehom. Tehom, by the way, is the same word in part as tohu vabohu, without form and void. Tohu, tohum. In the Hebrew, you can see the connection. It's got a mem at the end, which is water. Water is what a mem is in Hebrew, if you understand the cryptographic aspect of it. And the Spirit of God, or the Ruach Elohim, which is the breath force, the wind of the power. It's a moving power, or wind power, moved. Now, why do I have moved in quotes? It's the word marokafet, and that has to do with fluttering. It's a vibration. So it's inputting energy into this. You got either two faces, or it's the one face in describing these in two different ways. All three of these are the same thing, described differently. That's my opinion. And the waters, what are the waters? Well, it's all the substance of the universe. It's waves. Everything is a wave function. And verse 2 in Genesis is describing a black hole that is without form and void. It's borrowing this word from later on. It's going to describe what earth means. That's solid matter. But you run the clock back, solid was no longer solid. You go back to the beginning, nothing was solid. That's why it's talking about this. And that's both in line with modern cosmology and biblical cosmology. And you'll find these line up very beautifully. And so what is the face? The face is a word, I forgot. Actually, let me look it up. I've got the bilingual Bible right here. Pani, that's right. I've got both the Hebrew and the English. And that is starting over here. Wait, nope, it's over here. It would be starting on the right side going left. Eretz chayatahe tohu vabohu wokoshek alpani tehom worok Elohim morokafet, there's that word, alpani, that's on the face, che mayim, that's the waters. So so I'm not going to go too deep into the Hebrew. But there's a lot there, and I just don't know how many people are interested in that. If you are, type below and I might do another thing. But anyway, the pani in the Hebrew is a pe, which is a opening of a mouth. The nun, which is a growing seed, and a yud, which is a working hand. So what does that mean? It's an opening, a growing opening of work. That's the face of. The growing opening of work of the deep, the tehom, the empty water. Tohu, without form, or the formless water. And the opening work, the opening growing work of the waters. That is, yeah, that's that beginning. And I'm excited to get into the next one because that's where light begins. And light is energy. And by the way, the light is caused by this. The spirit moving, inputting energy into the waters creates light. It just so happens if you put vibrations into the water, it'll light up. But that's that. What do you think? Tell me. Do you have any questions? Maybe I can answer it in a future video. Maybe I was unclear about something. That's verse 2 of Genesis. And I think that's all I have. All this is the same thing. And this is the darkness. And this is the light. When it says God is light, yeah, that's true. The Spirit of God represents light, and there's darkness, but they're all together until God separates. All this is together. The reason why he has to separate the light from the darkness is because it was all a singularity. All right, talk to you later. Bye.